2016 Apo Columbia Cup, Heat 1A.
Would really be fighting for that inside position. Don't you think so, Brad?
Yeah, I would think so. I think the other thing we have
16,
to
Oberto, John Thierat.
So you've got 4 opportunities to earn points. And of course, in these preliminary heats, it's all about earning points to get into that all-important final. Tomorrow,
The 5, Graham Trucking, J. Michael Kelly.
So somebody might play a little bit conservative here, but you don't want to come through with a 4th or 5th there. So you want to be up front and pushing. And to do
The
that
9,
in this field, you're going
West Swap Tire, Gale Root Construction, Andrew Tate.
45 seconds, 3:45, Michael.
Yeah, and initially they said we're going to have a 135 start. That
The
got
21, Plain West Insurance, Brian
140
Perkins.
start due to getting all the boats in the water in time. So if you're not at the shoreline, you want to make your way there to see
The 3,
the first heat.
Briggs
1A
Ace
is
Hardware,
gonna be a
Jimmy
good one.
King.
It will not disappoint.
All swimmers need to be out of the water. An announcement from the officials here. All swimmers.
16 and 9 are still outside of you, about 5 boat lengths back.
And all swimmers out of the river on shore.
Why is I see the Oberto.
Yep.
Runner all the way down. You're coming up on 3 minutes. Mark, 3 minutes. They are still outside and behind you.
Here comes J. Mike. He's going to come down here first. He's got Thierat just out on his right and behind him, and then it is Mr. Tate. So there's your 3 of your big dogs coming right to you, Tony, in Tire Factory Turn 2.
And it is. It'll be J. Michael Kelly securing lane number 1 at this point, but right behind him. And they're playing a little cat and mouse right now.
Pulling up, well, see right there. There's nothing's really changed. There's like number 2 running up on the inside behind everybody. Not sure what he's going to do. We're at 2 minutes and 24 seconds.
In lane 1.
Right now, J. Michael Kelly holding on to that lane 1 position. Heading up the back stretch as we get the countdown to the start of 1A from Frontier Communications. Top end of the course, J. Michael Kelly will hold on to that lane 1 position. Looks like John Thierat in lane number 2.
3 is running around like lane 1 or 2. The 3 is, but he's way behind all you guys. He's going to try to find a hole, so don't leave him a hole.
But Jimmy King coming around that top end of the course is running right through some slop.
1 minute and 45. I like this. If they're going to stay there, then you bring them all the way down. Okay? Keep holding it all the way down. Hold that lane all the way down.
Actually, we lost Jimmy up there at the top end of the course. I don't see him.
No, there he is.
He is. He's sneaking in behind all the other boats.
He's right in between.
Well, you're not going to have anybody cutting the course now because you got 120 until the start. So it's going to be J. Michael Kelly in 1, Jimmy King's going to be in 2, Thierat's going to be in 3, Tate's going to be in 4, and on the outside is going to be Brian Perkins. Tony, what a sight!
Guy off while you're running up the back. You should go hard. Guy off.
Turn number 2, and it will be the 5, the 3, the 16, the 9, and the 21 heading down the backside.
Boy, what a move by Jimmy King to secure that inside position.
He's in 2.
Yeah, nice job to get in lane number 2. He was trailing the pack and then was able to sneak up inside there at the top end of the course on that Buffalo Brothers turn number 4.
As he came around here at 2, he was in lane number 1, and he snuck up right behind and then switched back over into 2.
So J. Michael Kelly in lane number 1.
30 seconds.
The boats to the top end of the course. 30 seconds to the start of the Heat 1A from Frontier Communications. J. Michael Kelly on the inside. Then Jimmy King in the 3. And they hit the accelerator as they get to the top end of the course into turn number 3. Coming into turn number 4.
And let's roll. Come on, bud. Don't get left behind. Check your clock. You can see that clock.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tick, tick, tick. Check lights. Check lights.
Lane number 4.
Don't start. You've got coming down here. They're coming down 4 wide. They're really close together. Tate's going to get down here first, but it's J. Michael Kelly in lane 1.
J. Michael
Go, let's go. Come on, come on. Nice job. You're pulling them.
He's pushing it hard and out at the exit pit first, and you'll have the 16 boat number 2, and on the outside will be 9, and he will be number 3.
Boy, what a nice run on the inside for J. Michael Kelly. Graham trucking. He's trying to hold off Jean Theoret, but Theoret on the outside is starting to gain speed. Trailing behind now Jimmy King in the piston-powered red boat. The red boat, the leader right now, J. Michael Kelly, but look at Jean Theoret take the lead at the top end of the course.
Jean Theoret definitely drove in to turn 3 much harder than Michael J. Kelly. He'll come out side by side, exit in 4.
In third place, Andrew Tate in the Gale Rue Construction presents Les Schwab Tires. Jean Theoret leading after lap number 1, but it's a tight race on the inside with J. Michael.
Very, very tight race. There's some air underneath Jean Theoret.
But lane was making a tight one.
About a 4-ball length lead over J. Michael Kelly, who's off to his left and on the inside. Tony, still a very good race.
And both of them are really bouncing off the top of the rollers there, nose to nose as they come out of the exit pit. You can't call that one, and right out of the exit pit, number 16 may have just a nosebleed.
Yep, about boat and a half lead right now
on J.
for the
Michael.
16, Jean Theoret over J. Michael Kelly.
Your face, watch for light, watch for light.
Theoret's pulling away on the back stretch. Your fast lap in lap number 1 with to Theoret at 151.380. J. Michael Kelly at 149.608. Into Buffalo Brothers, turn number 4 at the top end of the course. J. Michael Kelly on the inside. On the outside, Jean Theoret. Theoret still leading by about a half a rooster tail. J. Michael Kelly trying to close on the inside as they get to the start-finish line. And another fast lap, 150.313 for Theoret.
Lap number 3. This is the final lap. Jean Theoret's coming out here in the 1975 paint job of Boy Alberto. J. Michael Kelly is giving ground. He's back about 7 ball lengths right now, Tony. Theoret's got to try and hold him in tight.
And it is bumpy down here at number 2. But Theoret really turned it nice and smooth as he got himself into lane number 2. He's keeping a full rooster tail link lead over the number 5. And here comes the 9 boat in for the 3rd place in lane 4.
Great run for Andrew Tate out in lane number 4 in the 9. But look at Jean Theoret. Lane number 2 didn't have as much slop in Tire Factory turn number 2, and Theoret was able to pull away down the back stretch. Theoret about a rooster tail lead. J. Michael Kelly on the inside, hitting some rough water at the top end of the course. Theoret pitched him off a little bit.
Let her fly, let's go, let's go. Push hard.
For Buffalo Brothers. And look at the race for second place. Andrew Tate is challenging in the 9. J. Michael Kelly is trying to hold him off and will take second place.
Dude, Theoret went right to the pin. I went through his tail.
Theoret, your winner in the 16 over.
Theoret went to the pin. He went right to lane 1. Copy that. Let's see if they give a call.
Jean Theoret's rooster tail. He lost a lot of momentum when he moved to the outside, and all of a
Yes, that means you. Back
The
to
7,
shore.
Graham Trucking 2, Jeff Bernard.
Back to the shore, please, as we see boats heading up the backstretch along our Tire Factory turn number 2. Tony has the home
The
straight.
11, Peterson May, Tom Thompson.
Yeah, he's actually trolling right behind the 11, Peterson May, and he went right into the inside.
The 1,
So
Home
we're gonna
Street
see
Bank,
there gonna
Jimmy
be,
Shane.
Some cutting across here shortly, as way up on top coming around the corner for you guys is the number 7, Graham Trucking 2.
You know what I found fascinating during the milling period for Heat 1A, thanks to Frontier Communications? Nobody went across the infield. There really wasn't much fighting for lanes, as it turned out. Jimmy King made the most coy move that we saw out there, coming up from behind to claim that inside position in lane number 2.
Yeah, no question. You know, and we were warned of this at the first heats, the first couple of heats. We won't see a lot of big battling for position. We're going to see them go around the course, get the timers down good, and everybody fall into a lane. And now some people they prefer the outside, and they're giving up the first
99.9 Car Star, powered by Miss Rock, Kevin Ekrit.
It looks like we got all 4 boats in the water now.
Yep, the 99 just went by.
Jeff Bernard seems to be clinging on to that lane number 1 up the backstretch. Here comes Jimmy Shane behind him in the 1 Home Street Bank. Meanwhile, Kevin Ekrit in the 99. Car Star powered Miss Rock at the top end of the course now. Jimmy Shane is going to pass up Bernard on the backstretch in this milling period. The U11 Peterson May is coming into turn number 2, Tire Factory turn 2 with Tony on right now.
And this ought to be interesting to see.
Jimmy Shane and Jeff Bernard going head-to-head. Remember the story between those two. Jeff Bernard was the radio man for Jimmy Shane last year, so this is going to be an interesting matchup between those two guys.
So right now, Kevin Ekert is going to come down the front stretch across the Griggs Ace Hardware start-finish line in lane number 3. Up the backstretch, kind of a slow ride right now for the U11 Peters and May with Tom Thompson.
2 minutes. We ought to remind our fans right now.
On 143 here, watch Tommy on your inside, you're a little earlier, 152. We want 143, 150. We're about 7 seconds off.
With Tom Thompson.
We're going to have to go around.
You'll be darn close.
Jimmy Shane is going to head over to the backstretch.
Here goes Jeff.
And he's going to be followed by Jeff Bernard. Will Tom Thompson also cut across?
Jimmy Shane
and lane on.
Jimmy Shane was carrying a lot of boat speed, and he was way ahead of the clock, so
Guys,
I'd be surprised if we see it again.
Guys, Tom Thompson's got to be real careful. I have a timing mark on this course that if you get to the entrance bend of this corner at $1:30, you're going to be pushing the.
Cut. Watch the 100. Cut, go. I'd think about cutting up here again.
Right in front of Tony. He's going extremely slow.
Yeah, he's really crawling right now. He's got to keep that speed up if he's waiting for the other.
On your outside.
Jimmy Shane is going to cut across to the backstretch now.
That's going to be awfully close.
Jeff Bernard is going to follow across the infield.
So's Egret.
They all cut across.
And that might have saved the 11. He may just secured lane 1.
That didn't work out. We're going to have to freaking
Hold on to that first lane.
lane 3 mark, 24 seconds, right?
Yep, that's correct. You're at 35.
99.9 Miss Rock.
100's coming up hard on your outside. 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. Go.
To the top end of the course in our countdown, Brad.
25.
25 seconds to the hard start, that is, of 1B, brought to you by Fast Signs. More than fast, more than signs. So in lane number 1, you'll have the 11, Peters and May with Tom Thompson. Lane 2, the 1, with Jimmy Shane on Home Street Bank. Lane 3, Jeff Bernard in the Graham Trucking. On the outside, Kevin Egret in the 99.9.
Good start. Go. Jimmy's on your inside.
The only clean boat from our vantage point is the 99.9.
Yeah, keep in mind my watch is not dead on, so I might be wrong, but Jimmy Shane's going to get down here first. Tom Thompson's in second on the inside lane, and then on the outside is Bernard. And it is the shorter way around the coast. The 11 has got the inside, but it is the pure speed of the 1 as he takes off a full rooster tail lead.
On 11, 1 rooster tail on 7. Leave a lane.
From the officials, it was a clean start for all boats. A clean start for all boats. Jimmy Shane is your leader heading up the back stretch. In second place, it's the Peters and May with Tom Thompson. And a nice ride down in the 11 for Tom Thompson. He's going to have the shorter round around as they go into Buffalo Brothers, turn number 4. Let's see what kind of ground Tom Thompson can make up on the leader, Jimmy Shane. On the outside, it's Jeff Bernard in the 5 Ram Trucking, falling about a rooster tail and a half back of the leader, Jimmy Shane. Jimmy Shane crossed the start-finish line, 144.759 miles per hour. Tom Thompson in second place, but look at, here comes Jeff Bernard in the 5.
I think that may be our foot race. We're getting a real good ride down here for Jimmy Shane. He's not having to push too hard. He'll keep his eye on Tom Thompson off to his left, but he's giving him a lot of room, Tony. Yeah, he came out real wide on that one and stayed in lane number 3. But right there, the 11, Peters and May, as Thompson comes up and gets within the rooster tail link. But it's that
Right, he's got a full rooster tail on the 11. He's move over, run to Jimmy's way.
Jimmy needs to go over to the pin.
I don't think he's gonna, though.
Tire Factory turn number 2. Your race leader, Jimmy Shane, to the top end of the course in the 1, Home Street Bank. Peters and May on the inside with Tom Thompson in the 11. Gaining a little bit of ground at that top end of the course, but I don't know if he'll have enough boat speed, enough momentum. At the exit pit, it's going to be Jimmy Shane leading, but you can see he cuts into that lead by about a half a rooster tail. Tom Thompson does, coming around the top end of the course, as Jimmy Shane is trying to kind of pitch him off a little bit on the inside as they come down that front stretch. Tom Thompson is gaining just a little bit on Jimmy Shane. Jeff Bernard in the 7 seems to be falling back a bit in third place.
Yeah, he is gaining a little bit. Tom Thompson is gaining on the inside. Jimmy Shane is giving him a car lot of room. He's driving way wide here, and Tom is eating him up on the inside, Tony. Yeah, he got that lead in half, and he's now within a half a boat length behind. Now it's a full boat length as Thompson lost some power as he came out of the turn. He got gobbled up in some water there.
number 2 and lost a lot of boat speed on that lap. Up the backstretch, a full rooster tail lead now for Jimmy Shane in the 1, home straight bank. To the top end of the course, Rattlesnake Mountain in the background, sunshine, a little bit breezy, 96 to 94 degrees right now at the official barge, the Brunsmiths Memorial Barge. So Jimmy Shane at the exit pin of Buffalo Brothers turn number 4, and right now, Tom Thompson at the exit pin.
Checkers.
To the start-finish line right now for Jimmy Shane in the 1, home street bank as Tom Thompson in second place crosses now, and Jeff Bernard in the 7 crosses now. Good run for Jimmy Shane, solid-looking boat ride in the home street bank with a checkered flag in the 1B, sponsored by Fast Signs. More than fast, more than signs. 4th place finish for Kevin Egret in the 99.9 Carstar powered Miss Rock.
Well, I'll tell you, Tom Thompson was making up in lap 1 and 2. Was
Up there.
The 2016 Hapo Columbia Cup, Heat 2A.
Good to see him out on the river, and now we see him against the Blue Bridge in the backdrop. And
The 7, Graham Trucking 2, Jeff Bernard.
Well, it's good to see the Red Turbinator making his way around. And of
The
course,
16, Oh Boy Alberto, Jean Thierret.
Glass and says, "Good job, guys. Keep on going."
The 11, Peters and May, Tom Thompson.
Making the effort to be out there. What a great heat this is going
The
to be.
1, Home Street Bank, Miss Madison, Jimmy Shane.
Of course, into turn number 3. And cutting across the infield will be Jean Thierret.
The 3, Briggs Ace Hardware, Jimmy King.
Bernard, meanwhile, now into turn number 4, Buffalo Brothers turn. And
Trying to tell you earlier, we got a wind coming across the race course. Front straightaway, where the path is opening past the start-finish line, it's gonna carry that right sponsor a little bit more than it normally does. You have a bit more of a breeze there this time.
Down the front stretch, then you have Bernard in the 7, across the start-finish line.
Hey, Jimmy's gonna come up here outside. Tommy's outside of him, and the 3's outside of him. Just keep that pace right there. You're good to go.
And then Jimmy King.
Watch to see if Jimmy doesn't jump over the outside here. Here he goes.
The course, Home Street's cutting the course. Home Street's cutting there, we're 2:43.
Early. We're still at 2 minutes and 40 seconds till our start.
Yep, still a long time. Now, look at the boat speed for Jimmy King and the piston-powered Griggs Ace Hardware boat heading to Tony in turn number 2.
Yeah, he's getting up there, and he may get up there a full rooster tail ahead. He's got some clean water, though, in front of him. He may stay right there.
Now, the question is, with our countdown now, Jimmy Shane has moved into lane number 1 on the backstretch. Trailing him is Jean Thierret in the 16, Oh Boy Alberto. Where are we at on the clock, Brad? Brad may be climbing to his high perch to follow the action for us down there in the Neil F. Lamson pits.
2 minutes.
2-minute mark now, and Jimmy Shane is right at the exit pin of the Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. Jumping over the wake, and a little bit of a rough ride is Thierret in the Oh Boy Alberto.
50. Make sure you maintain 80.
As well, trailing Shane. And on the outside, here comes Jimmy King. King is going to set up in lane number 3 at this point. But still, we have over a minute and a half remaining until we get to the start of this Heat 2A, brought to you by SM El Pueblo Market.
We're at a minute 30 right now, and we're understanding there has been an 80-mile-an-hour warning given to the 1, the Home Street Bank. Really? He's down here right now at a buck 19.
The 104.
So I think
115.
he's okay.
Go ahead, take it deep. Go. Watch Jimmy up there. 112, 11, 10. Go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You should be at that pin. You're good to go. Go take it from Jimmy. Nice work.
And he'll try to
Just
turn
set it
out
down.
in front of Jimmy Shane and take lane number 1 on the back stretch.
Boy, he's got to be careful up there. We're at 55 seconds, and there has already been a warning given also to the 7.
Putting on the 7.
That's Bernard, who's up there.
The second warning, the 7 is disqualified.
He's claimed lane number 1, pushing Shane into lane number 2, Thierret into lane number 3.
And he did not hold the 80 miles an hour. The 7 has been disqualified.
Oh, that's a shame.
He jumped over there too early. That's called overpaying for the inside lane, guys. 30 seconds.
All right, so your inside boat is Bernard in the 7, but again, getting below 80 miles per hour will cost you. So Bernard will hold on to lane number 1 as we get ready for the countdown as they get to the top end of the course into turn number 4 from Buffalo Brothers.
15 seconds.
15 seconds at the exit pin. Let's set him up. Jimmy Shane sliding out wide. Got very close to Theoret in the 16. Oh boy, Alberto. 4. Then Jimmy Shane with boat speed as they come to the start finish line. He's going to lead down the front stretch of the Piston Power Players.
He's got himself up in the air a little bit as he made his way around. Now it's deck to deck, very, very close between the 1 and the 16. They almost hit each other there. And the 3 comes up on the side, is in 3rd place.
Oh, it's very tight. Just getting to the start-finish line at the beginning of 2A.
Watch the lights. Nobody else around you but just you and him.
And the 16. Heading down the back stretch. Jimmy Shane is the leader in the home street bank, and he'll dive into turn number 3 with a wall of water off the skid pin into our Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. And now we start to see on the outside, out on his hip, that is the 16, the old boy Alberto with Jean Theoret. Jimmy Shane flying the boat out of the water, coming across the start-finish line, completing lap number 1, 147.087 miles per hour.
But that Theoret gaining down the front street.
This is an awesome two-ball run down here. Number 3, Shane in front, but bowling by about 2. Maybe 3 bowlings coming in 2.
Takes the inside, and they're still staying very, very close. Out to the exit pad will be the U1. Home Street Bank followed very closely and gaining some speed on the outside. Only a half a roost of tail behind will be the U16.
And we saw this on the straightaway on the front stretch. The 16 able to make some ground up, but can he catch Jimmy Shane? Top end of the course. Lap number 2 underway, and there was a nice move by Theoret to get a little bit more ground before they get into turn number 3. And Theoret...
Pitch him tighter. Try to get in there tighter. Don't swing it out so wide. Don't give him so much room to work with. Get her going, buddy. Get her going.
Deck to deck, Jimmy Shane on the inside with the lead. Theoret in 2nd place on the outside, and the old boy Alberto. Shane is leading, but look at Theoret catch him on the front stretch.
1 lap to go. They are tied together. Theoret on the outside. Shane in 1. Shane's going to get down here first. Chip it. No, he's not. Can't even get the top leg out of the lead.
Theoret is just falling back. He swung really wide on that one, opened it up for Jimmy Shane. Full rooster tail lead now.
Jimmy Shane with a half a rooster tail lead over Theoret and the old boy Alberto. Home Street Bank taking it to the top end of the course. Last lap 149.377 for the 16 with Jean Theoret at 148.568 for the 1 Home Street Bank. Home Street Bank on the inside with Jimmy Shane coming to the exit.
Bring her home. Let's go.
Number 4, Buffalo Brothers turn 4, and Theoret on the outside will not be able to catch him. And it's going to be Jimmy Shane with back-to-back heat wins here on the Columbia River course. A great run on the inside to hold up Jean Theoret, and it was the sloppy water down in turn number 2 where Theoret lost speed and had no more horsepower, no more boat speed, no more momentum to challenge Jimmy Shane in the home street.
It was right out of turn in the first lap as they came in here. And I'll tell you what, guys, they were within inches of each other. It was amazing how close they got to each other. But
And we're partial. Home Street Blue.
Yep.
And described as Sky Blue, and we're extremely partial.
2016 Hapo Columbia Cup Heat 2B.
So we want you to consider that.
you know, we accept all great
The
ideas.
21 Payne West Insurance, Brian Perkins.
We'll take it to the board. Mark, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me on.
Good to have you here in the Tri-Cities.
Have a great weekend.
And
The 5 Graham Trucking, J. Michael Kelly.
Bank and Jimmy Shane with a couple of heat wins here on the Columbia River course as we get ready for Heat 2B.
The 9 Gale Rue Construction, Les Schwab Tire, Andrew Tate.
Out on the river, the 5 Graham Trucking with J. Michael Kelly, along with the 9 Gale Rue Construction presents Les Schwab Tire, Andrew Tate. The 21 Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance with Brian Perkins and Kevin Ekring in the 99.9 CarStar powered Miss Rock. Let's check in with our crew. Brad Luce, Glenn Boggin, thanks to A1 Refrigeration and Heating.
Yeah, down here on the, I just made it up to the top of the tower. We got 3 minutes and 13 seconds. I suspect you've got...
Where's Mike?
As well.
behind you, about 3
They
rooster
keep
tails.
adding steps. Now they're adding steps on this tower between heats. Man, oh man, I gotta talk to Niles. He's up here. We gotta have a conversation about that.
3 minutes.
3 minutes till the start.
99.9 Car Star, powered by Miss Rock.
Michael Kelly. He says, I'm behind you two guys. Well, there's a quick way to get in front of you and jump into lane 1. Right in front of you, Tony.
All right, so the 9's exiting turn 1 now.
Gaining some speed and really trying to make his way up will be the 9. And he's going to try to get himself into better position, but speeding up with that pass is number 21. Brian Perkins is doing the same thing.
Coming off the Buffalo Brothers turn number 4, top end of the course, Kevin Egret in the 99.9.
We're going to have to go around again.
Across the start-finish line right now of the backstretch, it's going to be J. Michael Kelly and the Graham Trucking in lane number 1. It's real early. We're, at 2 minutes now to the start?
2:10.
Okay, 2 minutes, 10 seconds to the start. So, J. Michael Kelly on the inside at the exit pin of our Buffalo Brothers turn number 4.
Turn it over to you, Mike. You got time to run, but don't dance around the 80, all right? I don't want a penalty.
Andrew Tate, and they are going to start slowing down, but be mindful of the 80-mile-an-hour issue that we saw in the last heat race that ended up costing Jeff Bernard dearly.
Boy, they're pretty close to that. They're going awfully slow down the front straightaway on the way down to you, Brad.
Yeah, we're at 1:37. Again, my timing mark here is 1:30, so I think they're going to be behind that. We are at 1:30 right now.
Top end of the course, trailing is Kevin Egret in the 99.9. Down the front stretch, trailing the 2 that are now reaching the first turn would be the Payne West Insurance with Brian Perkins, the 21.
J. Michael Kelly getting out of the exit pin in lane number 1. He's solid there. In 2 will be the 9 boats, driven by Andrew Tate, and then the 21 will be solidly in the 3rd lane. So it
1 minute.
Those 1, 2, 3 boats are going to be right there, followed up, coming into turn number 1, the 99.9.
Well, the drivers are being very patient as they are now inside that 1-minute score-up buoy across from us over on the Pasco shoreline, but nobody yet is really putting the hammer down, with the exception of Kevin Egret, who's trailing in the 99.9, coming up that back.
So, kind of early.
A lot of speed underneath him. He's trying to play a little catch-up right now and try to get in there at the same time. So keep an eye on the 99.
All right, our countdown is on. It's inside 30 seconds now. Heat 2B, brought to you by Pueblo Market. That's the SML Pueblo Market. So top end of the course, lane number 1 is going to be the 5, Graham Trucking with J. Michael Kelly. Lane number 2, falling back behind a little bit, is the 9 with Andrew Tate. And in lane number 3 will be the 21 with Brian Perkins. Lane number 4, Kevin Egret in the 99.9.
2, 1.
And it's a clean start, and Egret is going to lead on the outside, and look at Brian Perkins in the 21, and the 2 inside.
Let's roll. Dig. Come on. You can get out of this thing just fine.
He's going to get down here first, but he's way on the outside. I'll tell you, keep an eye on J. Michael Kelly. There's a carload of air underneath that boat.
Bouncing off the top. He really is making that boat loose coming out of the exit pin right now. But look on the inside, and you've got the boat going down. The 9 has just gone down. He's
Take the 9 just
infield.
the gearbox.
The 21 is in second place.
Keep rolling.
Is heading to the infield.
You got the 21 on your outside check, Mike. 21 on your outside. You've got +4. Lane 1 turn.
This is J. Michael Kelly. Kelly gets into turn number 3, top end of the course. Perkins is off on his hip, trailing by about a half a rooster tail as they get into Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. Perkins is going to try to challenge on the outside. And I'll tell you what, I don't know that we've seen the 21 look this good.
What lane is the 9 in? That's the course. Don't pull in. Unbuckle yourself and go in the back and see what's been a damage shot.
Spin of the corner. He can take it a little bit easy, but not very much, because you are right. Perkins does not want to let him go. Coming to Tony.
And it is getting windier down here at the exit pin of number 2, as there goes J. Michael Kelly in the 5. He's still secure in lane number 1. And Brian Perkins is trying to catch up. He's a 2 rooster tail trailer at this point.
Yep, and then another 2 rooster tails back is Kevin Egret in the 99.9. Now, we're understanding from the officials here at the Brutzman's Memorial Barge, the start is under review, and that the 9 has lost a prop. And that is a very expensive prop to lose here in the Columbia River down there in turn number 2. At the top end of the course, exit pin of the Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. It is J. Michael Kelly in the Graham Trucking.
Exit now, 21 exit now. You've got a lot of room, Mike. Check light.
47.654. Perkins falling back, crossing now at 140.420 miles per hour. Kevin Eckert in the 99.9. Coming to the start finish for Creek City's Hardware now at speed of 133.209.
Tony, you got our leader right in front of you.
And he has really got that skid fin duct tape. He has moved out into lane number 2. And now coming up behind and following up about 5 rooster tails behind will be Brian Perkins, but he's solidly in second place. And the 99 is taking a ride right down through the heart of all of that mess down there we call turn 2.
Let's head up to the backstretch, and it's J. Michael Kelly in the 5 Graham Trucking.
Bring your way out, Mike. Bring your way out. Let's have one for the band. Come on. You got lots of room. Bring your way out. That a boy. That a boy. Nice job. Photo time.
Best fans on the H1 Hydro circuit. And
Winner. 2B, buddy.
in lane number 6, waving hi to everybody on the banks of the Columbia River. That was quite a pass. Unbelievable finish for J. Michael Kelly, swinging way out wide, and that boat was hopping back and forth. In second place will be Brian.
The industrial.
Cup Heat 3A.
Tire Factory turn 2. You got our 4 boats all up and running. And it's coming down to the exit pit. First will be the 16, followed by the 7. Both those boats are looking to put on a good show right here. There it is. The Red Turbinator as it makes its way in front of the Pasco crowd over here.
The 16, oh boy, Alberto, Jean Thierret.
What do they call it? Limey green is what I've been told. And it is the 11, Peterson Bay.
Yeah, that's quite an assortment of color out there with the 2 red boats in between.
The 7, Graham Trucking 2, Jeff Bernard.
Sean Thierret on the outside. Passing him now would be the 7, Graham Trucking with Jeff Bernard. And then you have Jimmy King heading up the backstretch into turn number 3 at our 4-quarter super speedway.
The 3, Greg's Ace Hardware, Jimmy Shane, Jimmy King. The 11, Peters and May, Tom Thompson.
Just a slight breeze has come up. A slight breeze. It'll be over your right sponsor right now. It's coming from the far shoreline. It's over your right sponsor right now. Nothing major. Just something to be aware of. Still by yourself. We're at 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Copy. The 11's just entering. The 3's just exiting.
Some points in order to get past that cut line right now. Followed up by the 16. Here comes the oh boy Alberto, Jean Thierret, and then driven the 11 boat is followed right up behind, crossing over into lanes and getting in behind as Thierret just moved over into lane number 1, and the Peterson Bay is also moving to the inside lane number 2.
All right, so top end of the course is Jeff Bernard into turn number 3, and now over to Buffalo Brothers turn number 4, and hello to our Buffalo Brothers fans up there in the party zone, some of the best fans on the H1 circuit.
Gotta kill time and go deep. These guys are already camped out in 1 and 2 down here. Gotta kill time and go deep. We're 2-9. You got Peters and May 10 bow lengths behind you. 10 bow lengths behind you. I don't know if he's on the inside or outside of us though. We're 2 minutes. Cut.
Diving across the infield is going to be Jeff Bernard, and it looks like Jimmy King will follow in the 3.
We're at a minute 43. We can't have another warning.
Again, after they get clear of the GP course and get into that area where they can cross back to the front stretch. Coming down the front stretch now is the 16, oh boy, Alberto, followed by Tom Thompson in the Peters and May.
Ground confirmed. Warning 11.
Cutting across. Now look at Jimmy King. And
go. Stay there. Go Grand Prix. Grand Prix.
That may not have been far enough upstream.
But we're at 1:05 here, and you got Tom Thompson way up the back chute. He's got to cut it again. He cut the course really early. Now watch Thompson. He's going to come in front of you, Michael, and he's going to have to come down here and do it again. We're inside 1 minute.
Yeah, and that is clear. That is a clear portion of the course for them to cross. So
We're going to want to be at that entrance buoy. At 22, we're at 44.
That back stretch, cutting through the infield to the back stretch. So Bernard in 1. It looks like Theoret is in lane number 2. Jimmy King in lane number 3. And then Tom Thompson will be outside in lane number 4 in the bright green boat.
Jeff Bernard made it 90 seconds as he came across the infield and cut right in front of the 16 to take over that one-lane position.
So Jeff Bernard, with that crafty move to steal lane number 1, is going to hold on now as we get ready to
Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
inside lane for the 7 with Graham Trucking and Jeff Bernard.
But we'll call them the way they are right now in the water. Jeff Bernard's going to get down here first. Actually, Theoret is back.
Revealing the start.
Number 2. And since we're in second place when they got here, Tony. And it is. It's 16 slid. Or actually, the 3 slid out pretty hard. And it is really close to the 11 boat. The 16 and the 7 are neck to neck, as well as the 11 and the 3.
Well, it's going to be Jean Theoret leading up the back stretch. Theoret in the 16, oh boy, Alberto with the lead as we are in lap number 1 here of 3A, brought to you by Atomic Screen Fitting. Nice ride for Jean Theoret, and we expected big things from him. It's good to see him on the river.
4 lanes. Hold him tight. Hold him tight. Don't give him 3 lanes. There you go. Squeeze it up. There you go. Get it float. Get it float.
In 4th place, Jimmy King is going to take over 2nd place, coming down the front stretch, but it's John Theoret in the lead in the 16.
John Theoret's got the lead, but you got quite a race going here for second place, and there's 3 boats involved. Bernard's on the inside, but second place still belongs to the piston packer and Jimmy King. It's a little bit rough out here now in the exit pit, but we've got ourselves a boat race between the second place. Looks like the 7 is just in front, but there is some speed behind the 3.
And the 3 is going to take over 2nd place, Tony, coming up the back stretch. Tom Thompson now is trying to reel in Jeff Bernard and take over 3rd place. And the top end, of course, is the old boy over with John Theoret in the lane number 1. Actually, he's swinging into the lane number 1, maybe the exit.
You're almost at your door. 11's out there at your door.
This thing is just... 3rd place, Tom Thompson is going to pass Jeff Bernard on the front stretch.
Just make them work for it.
It's already down here to the corner. Second place now belongs solidly to the Great Race Hardware U3 with Jimmy King. But a great race still for 3rd. Tom Thompson's driving a huge course, but he's got 3rd place, Tony. And it is. It'll be the 11 coming out of the exit pit first. As Jeff is in some really rough water down there with the 7 boat. There's the boat, 16, the 3, the 11, and the 7 on the backside.
Yeah, the 7, Jeff Bernard really pulled out the Grand Trucking throttle in that turn 1-2 at the apex down there because of the rough water. It's falling back well in 4th place. Of course, John Theoret.
Don't through them on anywhere. Just stay away from the buoys. Don't hit no buoys. We're on the water.
By the sound of thunder, the Terminator. He's in second
That was a good start.
And then the 11, the Peterson Bay, followed by the 7, Graham Trucking.
Yeah, Jeff Bernard in that rough water back there, lap number 2. That was a really tough course. Tight factory turn number 2.
Tiger flag for the 16. Good job. You hit the start. That first turn first. You did what you can do. Nice work.
And then you have Jeff Bernard finishing in 4th place across the start-finish line now as the boats head back to the Neil F. Lamson pits. Nice job by Jean Theoret. And it goes to show you, we talked about this yesterday, you don't need to be in the inside lane to get a victory.
Turbocharged down with that gorgeous 610 KOLA sticker on
2016 Hapo Columbia Cup Heat 3A.
Tire Factory turn 2. You got our 4 boats all up and running. And it's coming down to the extra pit. First will be the 16, followed by the 7. Both of those boats are looking to put on a good show right here. There it is. The Red Turbinator as it makes its way in front of the Pasco crowd over here.
The 16 Oh Boy Oberto Jean Theoret.
What do they call it? Limey green is what I've been told, and it is the 11. Peterson Bay.
Yeah, that's quite an assortment of color out there with the 2 red boats in between.
The 7 Graham Trucking 2 Jeff Bernard.
Jean Theoret on the outside. Passing him now would be the 7 Graham Trucking with Jeff Bernard. And then you have Jimmy King heading up the backstretch into turn number 3 at our 4-quarter super speedway.
The 3 Griggs Ace Hardware Jimmy Shane, Jimmy King. The 11 Peters and May Tom Thompson.
Just a slight breeze has come up. A slight breeze. It'll be over your right sponsor right now, coming from the far shoreline. It's over your right sponsor right now. Nothing major. Just something.
'16 Hapo Columbia Cup Heat 3B.
Coming up later this afternoon for the Hapo Columbia Cup 2016. So leading the boats down the back stretch, that would be Brian Perkins.
The 21 Payne West Insurance Brian Perkins.
West Insurance. That is the white boat with the checkered flag motif on that fairing on the back. The red boat, of course, would be the 5 Graham Trucking with J. Michael Kelly, just out of Pasco Tire Factory, turn number 2. In Tony's turn 2 right now is the 1 Home Street Bank with Jimmy
The
Shane.
5 Graham Trucking J. Michael Kelly.
We call it Home Street Blue. We like it Columbia Blue. And then the black boat is Kevin Egret, 99.9 Car Star.
The 1 Home Street Bank Miss Madison Jimmy Shane.
Turn number 2, Tony on there.
All the most look good as they head down towards the 2 guys, and again, it's interesting to see
The
that
99.9 Car Star Miss Rock Kevin Egret.
Let me just cut underneath. That's fine. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. He's right in front of you on the front chute right there.
he's pretty excited, but he's camping. As you can see right in front of you guys, he's camping right now.
He is, and also backing up across the Briggs Ace.
From what I can see right now, bud, you're going to run all the way down, okay? You got the 99 coming up on your outside, more speed. He'll match you in a second.
From Atomic that they may incorporate in this race.
Well, we'll see if they do anything in the infield. That's where it was won. But do you want lane number 1? And here comes J. Michael Kelly coming across. And he's going to come in front, and it looks as if it's going to be very, very close in front of Perkins.
Yeah, let's see if he washes him down a little bit over there.
It's very close. He did get some water on him.
Yeah, that's the one thing you have to watch is that wake and rooster tail and your competitor that you're trying to slide over. So in lane number 1 now, as it stands, J. Michael Kelly, will he cut across the infield or will he hold on to that lane as the boats head up the back stretch? J. Michael Kelly.
Again, I don't want you hovering at 80.
Moving up to the 99.9. And he's going to jump out in front of the other 2 boats out there, the 21, along with the 1. And we'll see what they do. We still got just over 2 minutes. 2 minutes right now to the start.
This is nice. Drive them all the way down.
may be in lane number 3 as it stands right now. As they head down to the turn number 1 with the blue bridge in the background. Perfect racing conditions, 74 degrees, a light wind. As we get ready for the start of 3B from Atomic Screen Print.
Guys, they can still change lanes between here and the entrance pin to the upper corner, but I don't think you're going to see it. I think the way they're coming in front of you...
Get up there, Jimmy. Let him get up there.
That's the way it's going to be. Jimmy Shane is going to have to do this from the far outside. Watch him take that home street blue thing and wind it up.
And he is getting himself some extra horsepower underneath him as he pulls up even or close to it. Now he is...
Hank, let him go. Let him go.
As he leapfrog over into lane number 3, it looks like he did. He got far enough out in front, and I'm thinking that's the king. No, he's still in number 4. He's still in 4 as I see it coming down the backside.
All right, so the question is now, where is Perkins going to fall? Is he going to be pushed outside? Because right now he's trailing, but he looks like he's inside.
He's in lane number 3. Perkins in 3. Jimmy Shane is in 4 right now.
So lane number 1, the 5, J. Michael Kelly, Graham Trucking. Lane number 2, Kevin Egrid in the 99.9, Carstar Power for Miss Rock. Lane number 3 will be the 21, Daryl Strong, presents in the West Insurance with Brian Perkins and all the Jimmy Shane.
Nice start. Jimmy's way back, lane 4. Let's go. Check lights, and go. Lane 1 turn.
Coming 4 wide. This is a gorgeous looking start. You're exactly right. Brian Perkins got the 21 in lane number 2. J. Michael Kelly's getting it down here first.
Let's go, Jimmy. Let's go.
And on the far outside, Jimmy Shane, Tony.
And they are going hard into the corner. J. Michael Kelly in the 5 will be the first one out the exit pit. Halfway behind it's 21. And he's going to be in second. But here comes Jimmy Shane in the 1, and he has got some power. Coming down the backside.
Kevin Egrid almost lost power in Tire Factory turn number 2 in the slump. There was nowhere to go in that tunnel for Egrid. Up the backstretch, Graham Trucking, the 5, 4 laps in our 3B from Atomic Screen. J. Michael Kelly in the turn number 3. Wall on a skid pit. Can't see realizing it's just too slow.
All right, swing her to 2. Bring her out to 2. Bring her out to 2. Out to 2. Saw Apex. Come through, saw Apex. Come out.
Jimmy Shane can catch him from here. He's going to try and do it. But J. Michael Kelly's radio man is telling him where Shane is. And right now he's telling him he's sticking on the outside, Tony.
And that's exactly where he is at. J. Michael Kelly really wants those sponsors into the corner. But it is J. Michael Kelly way out in front. A good 3. Both legs are 3 rooster tails.
This is going to be your white flag coming up here, buddy.
About 3 rooster tails between all the competitors out there. Remember, this is a 4-lap preliminary heat. So J. Michael Kelly, top end of the course, the right red, Graham Trucking, U5, exit pit in the hole for those turn number 4 now. Here comes Jimmy Shane. He's outside.
Battle. He is at Apex now. You have definitely there. Give her one for the fans. Nice job, buddy. Come get the checkered flag.
Those boats look like they were glued together. They were right on.
2016 Hapo Columbia Cup Heat 4A.
Miss Rock. Car Start presents Miss Rock coming away from the dock. He is just about up on a plane. That is Jeff Bernard. In the U7, the Grand
21 Payne West Insurance, Brian Perkins.
You've got one past you, but three more coming your way.
Brian Perkins did the same thing earlier today. Got out first and got into lane one. This time, Jimmy Shane is out second. He was out fourth last heat, and now he is down the backside. He is also going to camp out there, it looks like, in lane one.
The one, Home Street Bank, Miss Madison, Jimmy Shane.
Right in front of me as they start down the backside.
Hey, Tony, next time it comes around, and Mike, you check for it too. It appears on the left side fairing at the top of the Graham Trucking, they have put a small number 7. See if they put one on the right side.
On the inside, the 7, Graham Trucking 2, Jeff Bernard. On the outside, the 99.9, Car Star, Miss Rock, Kevin Ekrick.
Finish line is the 21. Daryl Strong presents Payne West Insurance. That's your white boat with the checkered flag motif on the back, bearing the back of the boat. The blue boat with white is the Columbia Blue or Home Street Bank Blue with Jimmy Shane, the U1, Miss Home Street Bank down the front stretch. Top end of the course, the bright red boat, of course, that's Graham Trucking. That's the 7 with Jeff Bernard. And also we now see the 99.9 Car Star powered Miss Rock with Kevin Ekrick. That will be your mostly black boat with yellow and red highlights as they come across the start-finish line.
Let's start getting on it now, Jeff, because you want to be here right in about a minute. You want to get around this course in a minute, so start getting on it.
I'm not sure if he's going to jump over to lane number 1 where it is right now Brian Perkins in the 21. He's out there, looks like the legal distance to make the move across, but it looks like he's taken in 2.
Tony, you're going to notice there is a small 7 at the top of the fairing right there on the outside. You can see it on the outside of Bernard's boat right in front of you.
I can see it.
At the top end of the course.
Come on, Brian, run up there. Jimmy's going to have to pass. You're at 2:12, 11, 10.
Moving a little bit outside in turn number 3. Backstretch is Bernard in the 7, Graham Trucking.
On the 21, warning, on the 21.
Line is the 99.9. Now Bernard's going to cut across to the front stretch from the backstretch. Also, Kevin Ekrick is coming across in the 99.9.
So is it U1 just got right straight across as well. He's going to sit back in lane number 1.
We're at 140, 1 minute.
Okay, you want to be 117 at the entrance pin, the 99's outside you?
Now will Jimmy Shane come back to the
Clear to cut.
Looks great.
Not sure. Looks like he's going to continue. No, he will cut across the infield. So Jimmy Shane in the Home Street Bank cutting across the infield. A little bit of slop in there that he's jumping over right now.
A little bit early.
Oh, you're right.
We're at a minute 15 right now. I don't think he'll come all the way down. Watch Jimmy. He's not putting his foot in it.
Slow it up.
He'll take it easy. Make a left.
Clear to cut.
On the front stretch is going to dive to the infield and cut across, and we'll see what happens when he gets over there by Jeff Bernard.
Jimmy, watch Jimmy on your inside. 99's going dead.
A complete mouthful of rooster tail, and he went down.
And whose rooster tail would have got him, Tony?
That would have been
The 7?
Jeff Bernard. 7 got him.
Okay.
Jimmy's in 2 on your outside. Go ahead and pick it up a hair. You want to be 22 at the entrance.
Is the one with Jimmy Shane, Home Street Bank. And a reminder, after all our coverage on the river, the Home Street Bank Rooster Tail wrap-up show on News Radio 610 K1A and 610K1A.com. On the outside will be the 21. Daryl Strong presents Maine West Insurance with Brian Perkins. Meanwhile, able to restart the 99.9 Car Star, powered Miss Rock and Kevin Egret on the back stretch. Clock now at 17 seconds, and we'll get the countdown for Brian. But he's way in back as he actually cuts it tight against the exit Minotaur.
Great start, Jimmy. Great start. Beat him to the corner. Let's go, let's go.
On the inside of the Graham Trucking.
Got a good look at 3-boat start coming down here. Jimmy Shane, like he's shot out of a cannon, coming down here. Lane number 2, going to get...
Under review. Start is under review.
Over both Perkins and Bernard, Tony. And it was Jimmy Shane sliding real nicely in lane number 2. He'll stay there, and it will be a deck-to-deck race for number 2, as both the 21 and the 7 are deck-to-deck heading down the backside.
And that race for second place is a dandy with Perkins on the outside, Bernard on the inside. Perkins now starting to pull away, about 5 boat length lead for that second place, but it's Jimmy Shane out in front. And again, this is a 4-lap preliminary race. 4-lap preliminary race. Shane in turn number 4, always sliding down the line.
Really way out. Perfect. Dig, 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 dig. Coming. At your door.
Perkins will regain second place, coming in front of Tim Bernard on the front stretch.
Yeah, our leader Jimmy Shane's already into the entrance pin of the corner. Our race is for second place, and it is a dandy right now between Bernard and Perkins. Bernard's on the inside. Perkins.
Got him. Pull. Dig, dig, dig. You're good. Good.
That's exactly right. That's where he's going to lose some steam as he comes out of the exit pit. That allowed Jeff Bernard in the 7 to stay ahead, but here comes some power in the 21. He's getting right back, nose to nose.
Yeah, the question is, when we get to the final lap,
There you go. You're holding them off.
have enough room on the front.
Lights, check lights.
Finish line and possibly pass Bernard for that second place position coming up the top of the course. Oh, a little bit of rough water for Jimmy Shane in the H1 and the U1.
Got him by about 3. You're going to beat him back to the line, so if you can do that same thing one more time, dig hard, 2 more laps.
Looks like it's a little tougher to reel in Bernard coming down the front stretch. It took him a lot more real estate to get there.
You got to be really careful coming down here because what is happening is Perkins is trying to drive inside Shane. He's trying to stay inside his wash, but there's just not enough room to do it. He almost lost it on the front chute, Tony. Yes, he did, and he is really walking those sponsors right now, and he is really pushing it down as he's trying to stay in second place, but there's some extra motor coming out of the 21.
21, Brian Perkins. That's Daryl Strong presents Maine West Insurance. Perkins trying to get that second
Got
place.
2 on him, is all you got. Dig hard. What? Check lights.
Up top of the course, Jimmy Shane into the Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. And again, at the exit pit in lane number 3. Bernard's going to the inside.
There you go. You put him right in Jimmy's wake. Perfect. Now dig.
Bernard comes across the start-finish line. Perkins behind by about 4 boat lengths down the front stretch. Perkins is trying to catch Jim Bernard.
Here we are on lap number 4. Shane's already in the corner. Perkins driving at daylight out of that 21. Hey, West Insurance, and he's just trying to stay.
Good start.
Left by Shane. If he can get through that and get clean water, I think he can run him down, Tony. Both these boats needing some points, and there it is. The 21 takes over the lead as he comes out of the exit pit. Both of them taking some good speed. That's going to be a full race as they come down.
In that corner. Yeah, look rough.
Factory turn 2 that time for Brian Perkins in the 21. Daryl Strong presents Maine West Insurance. The final lap of Heat 4A from CO Energy. It's going to be Jimmy Shane coming out of the turn number 4 Buffalo Brothers turn right now, heading to the start-finish line for Briggs Ace Hardware.
Go. 99's not even entered the turn yet, so you can get it going.
Finish in second.
okay. Watch, he's coming behind you. You're okay. Alright.
He found out that Bernard was dead in the water in front of him, but Egret navigates around Bernard in the disabled 7 and gets across the start-finish line, and a third-place finish for Kevin Egret in the 99.
The throttle broke when I hit the fucking roller or something. I don't know. It won't go.
And now Jeff Bernard trying to get that.
We've got vision, we've got
Through here, 16 is right behind him. He's in lane number 2. Followed up by the 5, the Graham Trucking. Of course, J.
The
Michael
3,
Kelly in
Griggs
that
Ace
boat,
Hardware,
and the
Jimmy
11,
King.
Peters in May and Tom Thompson. That'll be your field.
So Tom Thompson in the Lyman boat back there.
The 16, Alberto, Jean Thierret.
Turn number 2. Then moving upstream would be the 5 Graham Trucking J. Michael Kelly.
The 5, Graham Trucking, J. Michael Kelly.
And white boat with Jean Thierret, the 16, just diving into turn number 3, actually cutting across the infield.
The 11, Peters and May, Tom Thompson.
You're good. You're good. 5 boat lengths, so you're good.
So King with boat speed heading down the front stretch, and it looks like Thierret backing off the throttle just a little bit. We're 3.5 minutes to the start of Heat 4B from CO Energy.
We got hover around 80 miles an hour. 16 cutting the course way up there on the steep gauge.
Hello, brothers.
16 just did it again. Got right in front of the 3.
Yep, over
Behind him. Get behind him. I want you to cut through.
Yeah, and coming off the upper corner. So these points are going to really be the one.
On the back chute about half track right now, so yeah, you're in pretty good shape.
I don't have the map in front of me, guys.
Oh, we'll get to that after the heat, Tony.
All right, you got that. But I know the point.
Did jump to the front stretch from the back stretch. Let's see if Jean Thierret will follow.
Well, here go. Oh, there goes Peters and May.
Yep, Tom Thompson's going to jump to the back stretch.
Can I go a little wide right here?
Yes, Jean Thierret.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Certainly, great idea.
I'm telling you guys, J. Michael Kelly is, where's he doing? Well, he's going to go way wide because I'll tell you what.
85, turn your ADI off.
And if you're here at that time, you're too early. And he was here right at 130, and I think he decided I better scruff off some speed and go wide.
Tom Thompson jumped across from back to front and had to go through the wake of the old boy Oberto. Now the Oberto's going to jump to the back.
1 minute. There goes 16 right in front of you. Yep, he's under there.
Thompson's going to jump in the 11 over there. Wow, that was close. The Oberto right in front of J. Michael Kelly. Now Kelly's going to move alongside him to the outside. That was incredible maneuvering.
They went right through the back end of that rooster tail twice.
There's going to be a call on that 16.
Outside, he got
We'll see. Let's run our race. 30 seconds.
Probably not very thrilled.
Everybody's early. Hold her back.
Lane number 1 will be the 16. The old boy Oberto with Jean Thierret. Lane number 2 will be 20. Retro J. Michael Kelly in the Grand Trucking.
Go.
But on the inside, it's Jean Thierret and the old boy Oberto. Jimmy King is falling back from Thompson in lane number 4.
You almost lost the 3. He got into the Peters and May rooster tail, but he moved back to the outside. Things are going to get tight for Kelly.
Okay, bud, let's get out of this corner. Come on.
Come around the exit pin. It will be the 16, the 11, and here comes the 3. But in the middle of all of that is the 5. He is in 3rd place in the inside in lane 2.
Yeah, nice run for Jean Thierret around the bottom end of the course, and that will give him the lead coming up the back stretch.
Mike, let him.
Oh boy, Oberto
No calls yet, bud.
Now our second lap. Mr.
There should be a call. He's never had overlap.
Now, J. Michael Kelly has moved out on Tom Thompson. No,
Not by the shit, man.
but the key being he's on the inside. So I think you'll see him. Mr.
Dodger on a little
Keep
bit.
an eye on him, Tony. J. Michael Kelly working it on the outside. He was forced to go to the outside as the 16 boat went into lane number 2, and that forced the 11 all the way out. That lost some time for the 11, and it's going to be those 3 boats.
That thing's falling pretty hard to the left. Copy that. You're holding +5 on the 11. Hard. We don't have to run it this hard.
140 and change. Theoret is already at the apex of the corner. Here comes J. Michael Kelly in second, Tony. And he is. He's bouncing all over the bar. Oh, he got a little bit of it right there. And he's really hanging it loose as he's come up in lane number 3. And here comes the 11. And he's
There better be a penalty on that guy.
And right behind the 11.
Hey, bud, let's just settle that out when we get back in. Let's focus on the race at the moment here. You got +2 tail.
To hold on to at this point as we complete lap number 3. It's a 4-lap preliminary lap number 3 now coming up. Here comes John Theoret. We'll get him on the clock. Lap number 3. 148 and a 149. See what he gets here. He's out in front of the other boats at a 151.141.
The 1-lap penalty on the 16.
Trying to catch him on the front stretch.
Yeah, that's our race coming down here. Jimmy King moved to the inside.
There's your answer, Mikey.
Now we've got the same situation we had the previous heat. Tom Thompson's having to drive a wide line, and Jimmy King's trying to run him down to the inside, Tony.
We got to be in front of him by 5 boat lengths before you take the lane or the warm-up.
Of the 11, Jimmy King and
See that? Good, I got a copy. That's all I wanted.
gets up to the 11.
Happy now? Yeah, you got a copy on me? Yeah, I can see mileage from here, I think. Can I go wide? Nah, let's not do that right now. The 11 and the 3 are racing pretty hard. Bring her on in normal line, all right?
Number 2, Theoret comes to take the checkered flag.
Now, Theoret's got a white flag. Theoret's got a 1-lap penalty. There's a white flag on him. He's got a checkers right now. Wow. They got him?
Haven't seen it. Taking it out on checkers.
Well, Theoret's going to stay on the run. J. Mike's going to go home.
We need a driver's side mirror for the left side of the boat.
For John Theoret, and that would
Thanks for the damage report.
Michael Kelly.
Get that.
Second place to Tom Thompson, and a third to Jimmy.
To the left, when I tried to do it without cracking the throttle, I went to right up my left piston, and cleared the right side pretty hard.
Near the end of the milling period, when Theoret jumped to the backstretch, and nearly there was a collision with J. Michael Kelly in the 5-gram trucking.
Washed him down twice.
So Theoret goes back up to the top end of the course around turn 3 and 4, and had a white flag. Good job catching that one, Brad, from down in the pits.
There's a rule, and I'm not going to quote it because I don't know it, but when you come across the course from one side to the other, and you want to jump to the inside lane, a la Jean Theoret, you don't immediately assume that lane when you jump out.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard. Have you ever done a recording where your guest just had terrible internet issues? They were blurry, they were freezing, you could almost
2016.
water-bound aerodynamic missile plummeting through the spray. The unlimited hydroplanes, the powerhouses of boat racing.
Take the IAMS Checkup Challenge. IAMS will cover your annual vet visit when you buy $50 of IAMS dog or cat food.
We welcome back our viewers on the H1 Unlimited streaming on h1unlimited.com, also on our YouTube channel, watching from all over the world. Mark Allen along with Kay Brewer, and we're getting set for H1 heat number 1. And ready, about 16 seconds from the 5-minute gun.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, 5-minute gun. Green flag on the course.
Green flag, let's go racing. First boat off the dock. It's a race off the dock to see who's first. And it looks like it'll be Jeff Bernard right next to Jamie Nilsson. Here on Mission Bay, we're getting set for Heat 1 on a Saturday afternoon. Our unlimited hydroplanes heading out. Here goes Jimmy Shane. Hatch is still up on Bert Henderson's U7. Now Jeff Bernard kicks his Roberto Super Salami onto plane and onto the race course. Hatch goes down on Bert Henderson. And the Spirit of Detroit, Boitano Holmes, he's still at the dock, but everybody's off the boat. Jimmy Shane just about to enter the course.
All right, it looks like they're spooling up on the Boitano Holmes. We're going to
in heat number 1. Jimmy Shane comes through the SeaWorld turn almost at speed. He's hot-footing it now off the turn and down.
He did run a very fast lap of 159 miles per hour. Not quite so in this qualifying, but he might be holding off for this heat to see if he can bring back that 159.
So it is Jeff Bernard in lane number 1, Jimmy Shane in lane 2, Jamie Nilsson in lane 3, and Bert Henderson has his foot in it to catch up with these guys as they come up the backstretch. He will be on the outside in lane number 4. And he is actually out in a lane, about almost lane number 6 right now.
As they're midway through the backstretch, we're at 54 seconds to the start. This is what we call a park and start. This is where they start fighting for lanes, and we're going to see if anybody's going to hammer down and try and do what we call a leapfrog move. Keep an eye on Jamie Nilsson. He may go from lane 1 or lane 3 to lane 1 in a hurry and try and take it away from Jeff Bernard.
Yeah, coming up to the entrance to the SeaWorld turn, it's still Bernard, Shane, Nilsson, and Henderson, inside to outside. Now Jimmy Shane has dropped back just a little bit. His timing marks say, you're a little bit early. Now everybody starts to kick up the rooster tail. Shane still looking for that lane number 2 position, but he is a little bit farther back. It's going to be Bert Henderson who is leading him down the straightaway. 9 seconds to go. Bert Henderson, Jamie Nilsson, Jeff Bernard on the inside, and Shane is lagging back. Looks like it might be a good start. We'll hear from the officials whether it is a good start or not.
The start is
and
under review. The start is under review.
Under review. Jamie Nilsson was one of the first ones across, and he is now the first one to turn left at the entrance to the north turn. But he's got Two other boats right beside him, and he's got one on the right side. 4 abreast coming up the backstretch on Mission Bay in the Bill Munsey Racecourse. Jeff Bernard on the inside, Jimmy Shane, and then in lane number 2, Jamie Nielsen looks to be ahead, but only by a boat or length or 2, and Bert Henderson. It is now a good start. The officials say it's a good start, and Shane has taken the lead by about 3 boat lengths over Jamie Nielsen on the inside. Jeff Bernard is only about 3 or 4 boat lengths behind both of them. So it's Jimmy Shane, Jeff Bernard, and he and Jamie Nielsen are almost dead even. Nielsen in lane 3 is a little bit behind, but right now it's Jamie Nielsen in 3rd. Jimmy Shane is he's catching Jimmy Shane. The Oberto is catching Jimmy Shane as they go through the turn.
At the apex, your leader in the home street boat, Jimmy Shane, but he's still being challenged. He's got Jeffrey Bernard on his inside, and poking out of the rooster tail, here comes Jamie Nielsen. 3 boats midway down the backstretch, reaching speeds of over 160 miles an hour, almost to 200 miles per hour as they slam coming into turn number 2.
Jimmy Shane leading by about 2-3 boat lengths over Jeff Bernard. Jeff is on the inside, Shane on the outside. Jamie Nielsen has dropped back about a full rooster tail, but your race right now is about half a rooster tail lead by Jimmy Shane over Jeff Bernard.
Jimmy Shane, you know, wants to take that inside lane away from Jeff Bernard, but he must give him one rooster tail. And look at what's going on, Mark. There's your rooster tail. We'll have to see if Jimmy Shane will take back that lane number 1 away from Jeff Bernard, shoving him out to the outside.
End of lap number 2. Shane across the finish line first. Then it's Jeff Bernard in the Oberto Super Salami down to turn number 1. And they are followed, they were followed by Jamie Nielsen.
Jimmy Shane still leading him out at turn number 2. We're doing a 4-lap heat. Jimmy Shane goes super wide, giving Jeff Bernard the inside. Here comes Jeff Bernard with that 1918 Oh Boy Oberto.
And Jeff made up a lot of ground because Jimmy Shane swung wide out into about lane number 4 or 5 maybe, and so they are almost dead even. It looks like Shane has about a 5 boat length lead, maybe not even that, as they come through the SeaWorld turn for the 3rd and final time around. Jimmy Shane in the Miss Home Street, and then Jeff Bernard in the Oberto Super Salami. Tightened a turn there for Jeff Bernard.
Jeff Bernard's got the corner speed.
And he is only about 2 boat lengths behind as they come. It's a drag race to the finish. It's Jimmy Shane about 2 boat lengths ahead. Can Bernard catch him? That's going to be very close at the end. From our angle, you couldn't tell.
In 3rd place, Jamie Nielsen comes through with the U11 Jane D's, presented by Reliable Diamond Tool.